This is, without doubt, one of the dumbest things for a CEO to say. Not the dumbest thing, but one of the many dumbest things to say. Take-Two CEO is probably the world's only person to refuse the chance to play GTA 6 because I'm not a gamer. His role is to get out of their way. Yeah. The same thing as someone gets to movies saying that I'm not a movie maker, but I'm gonna be in charge of the movies. Or get into the food industry. I'm not a chef, but I'm gonna decide. I'm gonna be like in charge of how to distribute the food. Or medicine, pretty much being like, oh, I'm not good at medicine. I don't know anything about medicine, but I will help you market the food. I get that this is a whole business point, but that's not how you sell anything at all. You wanna know why? Let me bring up at least one person. His name is Stephen King. That man and many other writers I'm sure out there have said that if you're going to write, you better be reading too. You don't just write and not read. You better be reading too. Read lots of books. If you're going to write books, you better be reading books. He's right. It's the same. It's pretty much. I'm going to go back straight to this. If you're going to make games, you gotta be playing games. Of course, not just playing games. Obviously, do other things too outside of playing games, so you can expand your horizon, your mind on stuff. How do people like him get into the industry? I mean, there's even, what was it, the CEO of Nintendo, currently Nintendo of America, Bowser, who used to work with EA. He was EA's vice president. You all know the previous Nintendo of America CEO? Reggie Fils-Aimé. He was a gamer, and he understood gaming from a good standpoint. Then again, Nintendo was more family friendly back in the day, but it still worked out in the end. They're not the most perfect aside from their freaking their stupid pen, their pen trolling all the time. Seriously, man, stop that, Nintendo. Your business standpoint is the worst of all. Your games are fine, but your business just sucks. Let's read the article. Strauss Zelnick thinks it's best to leave developers like Rockstar Games alone. Yeah, okay. Well, millions of gamers seem absolutely ravenous about getting their hands, or heck, even just their eyeballs on GTA 6. Right. Or ravenous. I don't know how I even say it. Oh no, ravenous, yeah, ravenous. But Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick, who leads the parent company of Rockstar Games, just admitted he hasn't touched the open world behemoth much because he's simply not a gamer. Forgive him. Those reasons are admirable. Not to me, not to anyone that's an actual gamer. Of course, there are some who are just like, I don't want to play GTA 6 because that game's overrated and I got other games I'd rather be playing. Not to mention, I estimate the game's going to be like 200 gigabytes, 300 gigabytes worth of space to install. Because it's that big. It's that big. I don't know how big GTA 5 is. Probably a quarter of that. Before all the updates and the patches. But lots of games these days, because of all of the high resolution graphics and all the voice acting, all the other stuff that just gets stuffed in there, it makes the gigabytes go from what used to be 20 to 50, now they're 100. The most recent one I can think of is Rockay City Crime Boss, which is 90 gigabytes. 90 gigabytes. Now, unless you're going to be playing that game on and off on your PC or Steam Deck, I don't know if it's worth taking up 90 gigabytes of space like that. And then there's other games that are like MMOs, like PSO2, which I believe went up to like 120, probably more than that now, gigabytes. And I think, oh no, wait, there's also Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, which is 90 gigabytes of space, and then I think there's Rebirth, which is 128. Yeah, when you make games like movies, it's kind of hard to enjoy playing them because you gotta sit there waiting for hours on end if your internet speed is not that great, and probably even days too, and hope the connection doesn't cut off and ruin the installation process, the download process. And that's not just Steam, really. When asked if he's played GTA 6 in an interview with CNBC, Zelnick simply said, "I'm not a gamer, not a lot. I don't play video games. I'm not the consumer in chief." Okay, that's pretty insulting. Why would you say consumer in chief, bro? Why? No, you're not worth calling a bro. You're not worth calling that. I don't have the proper name at the moment right now, but it's definitely not endearing. I'll go with that. He later went on to explain that he still shares his opinions pretty openly with the developers under Take-Two's umbrella, which also owns 2K games like Borderlands 4. Yeah, I'm not touching that game. Something about terms of service that they updated now. Not only that, I don't like the guy in charge of the game. He rubs me in a not so good way. I don't like his vibe. I don't like it at all. Feels fake. But he believes also being a consumer wouldn't be in the company's best interest. My role is to attract, retain, and motivate the best talent in the business, and then getting out of their way, he explained, which sounds more than a suit making sweeping gameplay decisions despite not knowing anything about games themselves. Okay, Mr. Journalist or Miss Journalist, I don't know what your name is. He's the CEO of a video game company. If anything, his main role should be to understand how games work and even actually play them, so he goes, oh, this makes sense, this doesn't make sense. But, you know, he looks like the kind of family kind of guy. No, I'm not saying family guy. Family man sort of person. But pretty much, you know, he's like, oh, this game is, it's alright, but it's not my kind of game. You could just say that, you know? You could just say that. But he says, I'm not a gamer. What, you don't play Candy Crush? You don't play, Virtual Solitaire? You don't play cards? You don't play board games? You don't go to casinos? Because, you know, slot machines are kind of like games. You're kind of trying to win after all. Card games are card games. And I'm not talking about the trading card games. I'm talking about actual like stuff like poker, 21, blackjack, Texas Hold'em, and the other stuff like Uno, Old Maid, Go Fish. What? So, the way I'm taking is that this guy doesn't play games at all. Probably not in the bedroom. Ha 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 ha. I think being a consumer-in-chief in the entertainment business as a CEO was probably a mistake, he added. For you, I wasn't a consumer-in-chief in the movie business or the television business or the movie business. Even though I certainly could read a script and definitely love music, but that's not my role. Your role is in video games right now. So your role is to make sure that the video game will sell. Okay, that's definitely your role. You got me on that. But your role really is to understand why the video games will sell. You don't go, oh, we're gonna monetize that. Let the developers decide. Man, the original developers are gone. They're gone. I don't know who's in charge of this anymore. Nobody knows who's in charge of this anymore. We'll only know in the credits. If they don't cover the credits, or the credits don't take like 2 hours to scroll through, or 4 hours to scroll through. Jeez, Agent Chronicle, what the heck's wrong with you? At least you had a skip button. Or a fast forward button. No, I had a skip button, not just fast forward button, man. Early in that chat, Zelnick made some lofty comments about the incoming behemoth. Rockstar Games is trying to create the best thing anyone's ever seen in entertainment. Oh yes, the best thing, huh? The best thing. The best thing. Well, I'll say this. It's gonna succeed, regardless, one way or another. Because it's been, what, since 2013, since the last game came out? And a lot of the people have been hyping it up. The second trailer got more views and comments from notable YouTube channels that I have seen myself. Some YouTube channels that don't even specialize in video games, and they go and comment about it. I don't know. Maybe they want to be in the post or something, in the screenshot. I don't know, but yeah. This game's gonna sell. I wish it didn't, but it's gonna sell. You can boycott all you want, but that won't matter because here's the thing: GTA has had a history of dealing with the right wing, for that matter. And in this case, now also the left wing. Because first of all, it's oh no, they have boobas. We need to cover them up. Now it's oh no, they're attractive. We need to cover them up. Oh, but leave the men. The men are okay. The men need to stay shirtless. That trailer, I'm gonna say it's a bait and switch. I don't believe it one bit. I don't believe it one bit. Unless they're trying to go through it and fix things before they release the game, which gives reason for the delay in a year. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't like these kinds of CEOs that come to games and be all, oh, I am not a gamer, but I will still help to sell your game. Okay, what happens when the game tanks? What happens when the studio starts to fail? Oh, I'm gonna just take my golden parachute and get out of here. That's what he's waiting for. Of course, he's not gonna need to do that because we know the game's gonna sell. It's GTA after all. It's the ultimate sandbox game. You run and gun people down. You can punch them, you can club them. Now apparently, I have not played GTA 5. The last one I played was 4. Now, in GTA 5, you can actually talk to people. You say the wrong thing, and they get agitated, and they start trying to fight you. So apparently, words are violence in GTA 5. What a shock! And also, GTA 6 is going to include Pride Parade. Now, I have a theory. The best theory is that they're going to leave it untouched and let people do whatever they want to those games for the clicks and views, and get the people who are so triggered get mad at it and go, oh no, how could you? You're a homophobe, you're whatever. Well, let me tell you this, sweetie. Let me tell you this. The people who do that are doing it to rage click for your click. They're getting you to talk about so that they can get people that are on your side to go and rage at them, or I guess try to attack them in like a doxing way manner as well. And if they succeed in surviving that, along with swatting too, I'm guessing, they get more views, they get more attention to their channels. Nowadays, it's all about outrage culture. Kind of sad. Kind of sad. People are just angry about things nowadays. I'm no different, but right now I'm just remaining calm and just trying to articulate when it comes to the Pride Parade thing. That thing is genius, but also stupid. If the worst case scenario is that they allow it to run its course, but it's either a cutscene that only appears and you can't do anything in that part of the scene of the mission to it, because oh no, you'll be hurting people virtually that are like this. They're fake. They're fake. I don't want to say this. But we all know there are kids who have played GTA 3, 4, 5, San Andreas, Battle of Gay Tony, the DS one, the original 2, and they don't care. They're kids. They think it's funny. They think it's funny to take a flamethrower and torch people. They think it's funny to take a katana in Vice City and chop people's heads off. They're gonna think, oh, course, they're probably gonna be like a little freaked out or something. The parents will be the one that freaks out. But the thing is that if they're playing those games, those parents did a bad job in the first place, letting them play it. But at the same time, it's all about matter of perspective. Just remind them that it's fictional, it's fake, it's not real. These people are not real. If you see people like that on the streets, of course you don't do that to them because there are real world consequences, which isn't just a 5-star with the freaking military coming after your ass. The thing with the Pride Parade is that, what I'm trying to say is that it's easier to just let it go uninhibited. Don't try and defend these NPCs. Just let them do as they think. Just let them do as they do. Let the players beat them up, punch them, take pictures with them. You know, doesn't be violent. Just be like, hey man, what's up? I'm taking a picture of this gay dude in like wearing a thong or something. Okay, sure, whatever, it's cool. Because here's the thing, people get bored. They will move on. Even torching the NPCs will get boring because what you really want to do is play through the game. Play through the game, unlock the missions, unlock the story if it's actually entertaining enough to go through, and then go and play with your buddies after a hard day's work. Or get a drink with them when you're the older kind. Obviously, you're older kind. But I digress. The CEO is going to be like this. What's the point of anything then? What's the point of being in the gaming industry if you don't play games? What's the point of writing books or reading books if you don't even read books? And you're in charge of books. It's like being a librarian but you don't read books. It's like being a chef but you don't even taste the food. You don't even eat the food. You order people to cook the food, but you don't even taste it yourself going, oh, it's good. No, you just unless you're really good at it, you know, you look at it yourself and go, okay, yeah, I get it. That's perfect. Or that's bad. That's fine. But no. I mean, if he at least said that, oh, I play some games, even if it's like Candy Crush or some mobile game or whatever, it'd been fine. It'd be okay, he's a bit of a game, he plays games, so he understands like the fun aspect of it. But okay, he wants a hands-off approach. Alright, fine. Tell those consultants to stay away from the game itself too. Let those developers decide for themselves, even if they're gonna add whatever dumb nonsense into GTA 6. Anyways, I've rambled enough. If this goes up, cool. If it doesn't, well, you'll probably never hear it. But either way, GTA 6, I predict it will sell. How many copies? I don't know, but it's definitely gonna break even. And here's the funny thing: I tend to be wrong about these things. Well, see ya.